Right, so hello viewers, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Victory at Sea. I'm your host, BBG Chu, and welcome to episode 2 inside our Let's Play series. So, anyhow, continuing forwards, I had the unfortunate opportunity of having to record this twice, seeing as how on the first take I found out that my mic was muted after finishing about 30 minutes of gameplay there. But that aside, I mean, from the looks of it, the game was patched to version 1.0 over the course of the night, so there's that. And with that said, the rational thing behind that is that we're playing on the release version of the game now. And well, with that said, it might be worth checking out some of the other campaigns, say for example the Atlantic and the Mediterranean campaign, as those will of course now be fully fleshed out and polished and balanced and all of that good stuff. But anyhow, continuing forwards inside the Pacific here, we have I think we fought 2 battles last time. We did a lot of the tutorial stuff inside the first episode, and in addition to that we found a nice juicy lucrative cruiser target which we took down. And from what I remember, there should be a bit of a some sort of a bonus when we arrive back at port here. So we'll enter Pearl Harbor, we'll get our ships repaired, and we'll get the crewmen reassigned, I guess, there. So we'll have a full selection of crew once again, and we'll visit the HQ here, and it should tell us, yeah, something about spare parts. And from the looks of it, we received 500,000 in war bonds for, I guess, either, I think, completing a mission, which was one of the things that we did, or sinking that cruiser. So anyhow, that's that. I'm going to see whether or not we can roll for another mission, and from the looks of it, we cannot, at least not inside Pearl Harbor. So that'll be another thing, and I guess we'll just stop by the shipyard and we'll pick up another ship while we're in port here. And from the looks of it, my game froze up there for a bit of time. I hope it doesn't do anything to the video though. So I had the opportunity of looking over some of the different destroyers that we can buy right now, and well, I'm gonna go with this one in particular. And as you can see, I mean, there are a large selection of these ships for sure. We're gonna buy a tribal class destroyer here. This thing is I'd say more so of a ship v ship type of destroyer, it featuring 2 of these secondary turrets as opposed to 1. It seems to use right around 200 crew members as opposed to 300 some. It's, I think, it's just slightly longer than our Fletcher class ships, but it has the added bonus of having 2 guns, though less torpedoes and less anti-submarine weapons there. So anyhow, we'll purchase one of these ships later on. I think once we level up, we get to pick up this selection of ships, some cruisers, and the Porter class destroyer leader, which is also another intriguing ship. It's I'd say a bit of a upgrade coming from the tribal class ship, namely in the fact that it would appear to feature it'd be slightly faster and slightly shorter of the ship, so it'd be a little more agile there. Features right around the same weapons, and that'll be that. But the main thing is that once we get that 4,000 experience points, we get access to a whole bunch of these different cruiser ships. And the ones that I'm really interested in is things like this one, the Portland class, with a decent top speed of 33 knots. I was going to say 330, but obviously that is not realistic to say the least. And well, it features 3 of these batteries of 8-inch guns, which would be absolutely perfect for our fleet there. But anyhow, I think that'll be quite a while a ways. So for now, let's leave port and let's see what we can do on the Pacific front. So taking a look at the campaign map here, we have a few different options available for us, though I think the prominent one to go for right now would probably to swing over by the 4 atoll areas over here, and we'll see what we can do about harassing the Japanese alliance of supply there. We'll see whether or not we can perhaps make a few more pickings, grab a few more war bonds, and ultimately I'd like to figure out whether or not we can perhaps attack one of these atolls and start off a port attack mission there. So yeah, we'll try to do that. And how the ports work, I believe, is if you harass their supply fleets, their supply levels will go gradually down, And as that happens, I think it reduces the effectiveness of whatever defense level it has there. One thing that I'm not terribly sure of is this like times 17 boats here. So for example, Pearl Harbor says something about having I'm guessing here that it either says that inside the port there are 17 ships or there are 17 fleets based out of that area, but we can figure that out quite easily by sinking an enemy fleet. And with that said, I think we'll just mosey down to that atoll area and begin our hunting, really. So yeah, let the rolling begin here. Get some nice weather effects here, some clouds, and, well, one of our allied fleets is already in the muck from the looks of it, doing their part inside the battle here. What are they going up against here, anyways? We have the USS Albert W. Grant and the Lansdale destroyer going up against the light cruiser and another destroyer there. This fleet is slightly weaker than us for whatever reason. I'd imagine the our buddies over here have already nicked them slightly, or perhaps not. Well, in any case, we'll join in on this fight here. The light cruiser here seems to feature quite a, I'd say a decent array of guns, so we'll have to watch out for that, but from the looks of it, this will be a intriguing and challenging fight, so I guess we'll just get it rolling from here on out. So we'll see what we can do about messing up some of these ships here, I guess. Oh, one thing that you guys may have noticed is the fact that the enemy ships seem to miss a lot, and in addition to that, I mean, our ships could be also seen to miss quite a bit of their shots early on here, and this is because of how the leveling system works inside the game. Inside the preview videos, we were using level 10 captains for practically all of our boats. I believe it's summed up as the ship's AI levels inside those quick battles and inside those situations. I think that's what determines their core competency. So for example, shooting and just in general maneuvering smartly like such. So with that said, as the game gradually goes on, I mean, as you can see on the campaign map, it does indeed keep track of the various different levels of your ship captains that will hopefully, ooh, that's gonna miss just barely. As the game goes on, as we sort of go forwards inside the campaign, that'll obviously change, and yeah, that'll be that. Let's see, let's take manual control of the ship. Are we? No, oh, never mind, from the looks of it. Oh, I see. Currently latched onto the USS Lansdale right now, though we are in control of the USS Gurkha. And, ooh, they've actually scored quite the nice hit on that light cruiser. Did a nice torpedo volley. From the looks of it, it crippled the ship. I saw a few weapons damaged / weapons destroyed over there. So that'll be that. Though unfortunately, they're taking quite the hits themselves. They have the skeleton crew condition going on. So from the looks of it, something hit, I think, the magazines or perhaps the bridge of the ship, knocking those things down. That does quite a lot of crew casualties. So that'll be that. Sorry folks, I'm still trying to get the camera to work the way we want it to. And the USS Ross here has decided to fire some torpedoes all on its own, so I hope these hit. They really need to give more leeway onto the fixed camera there. It's my issue with the camera controls. It should be kind of like the I want to say like the limited Total War system, where it's like you can zoom, you can free move the camera away to a small extent, or to a moderate extent, I should say, and that would be I think a much better system. But going back to the game here, I think what we'll do is we'll just bank around here, get a nice volley of torpedoes off, and that should be the end of this Fubuki class destroyer. And that's going to hit him square on in the middle of the ship. I'm going to see whether or not I can hit the bridge of the ship on the next volley, but from the looks of it, we'll have the torpedoes ready by then, so that might not happen in time. Well, maybe not. Let's see, that is going to go slightly over. But those torpedoes are not. Boom! Great, so that'll be another good fight, and that will finish off yet another little fleet here. We gained 500,000 off of that, so that's not too bad. So, going forwards, let's see what else we can pick up here. And that looks like a really weak fleet. There's a level 3 supply mission fleet rolling about. And in addition to that, it has, yeah, it only has one real combat ship, so I think we'll buzz our way over here and we can try to take out some of these supply ships. Oh, by the way, these enemy ships will indeed surrender if you get either close enough to them or your fleet just is overwhelmingly powerful compared to theirs, or something related to the speed perhaps also factors into the thing. I'd imagine so. That's also a very neat portion of the game for you guys to check out there. Currently, here's what I like to do with these convoy missions, and like I said, I already tried to record this on one take, and unfortunately I didn't realize my mic was off. But yeah, these supply ships are going to try to exit the map off of on the arrows side, of course, as we saw inside the convoy on the convoy attack. How do you say it? The preview video for that. And well, with that said, we'll get 2 ships to intersect them, and we'll get the HMS Gurk over here to pick off the destroyer. I guess that's quite a wounded destroyer too, so it should be pretty easy, unless it it actually ran away. That is really odd, actually. So that destroyer decided to save itself in the most dishonorable fashion possible, leaving all of these poor little supply ships to fend for themselves, I guess. So this should be easy pickings, because I don't think the oil carrier has guns. The supply ships, I think, have like one of the smallest cannons inside the game, so I think we'll just pick off these guys and finish it off. Might even see one of them surrender here later on. One thing that I have to wonder about is whether or not the torpedoes here are some sort of like or some sort of an omni-roll torpedo, as opposed to, say, some specified type. And what I mean by that is, of course, they made various different makes of torpedoes with various different payloads and ranges, and I guess specialities and all that. So with that said, I wonder if the game actually does simulate that, though frankly I think it's probably on the other side of things, where it just sums them all up as all of the ships inside the game fire the same type of torpedo, but you never know. Maybe one of the developers will comment on that note shortly, perhaps. Anyhow, let's see what we can do about finishing off these supply ships. Last time I closed up on one of them. I was actually trying to ram one of these supply ships, and during that action, the enemy ships seem to have surrendered. So I wonder whether or not they will surrender here if I get really close to them. Nope, from the looks of it, that is not gonna happen. Ooh, and they're gonna be quite frisky. They're going to shoot at us, so boom. That's the end of that one, and we'll see whether or not we can convince the oil tanker to surrender. Probably not, though, so just ready up the guns, though, you never know, you might. Let's see, so we're gonna bank in here, and again, I'm under the impression that getting closer to some of these convoy ships do make them surrender, so we'll try that. And I mean, since we have the torpedoes, we'll just do that, and that'll be another group of ships down. Right, so let's see how much we've earned this time. Only 700 grand in war bonds, so not too much. That's funny though. From the looks of that, making enemy ships surrender also make them give you more cash as well. At least, I think I managed to grab 1,000, yeah, 1 million, what am I saying, 1,000, yeah, 1 million with some during a similar battle in my other take, so perhaps surrendering indeed has something to do with that. Or maybe not, we'll see though. And let's see, oh, this ship has, yeah, decided to surrender. I didn't really expect that. I was trying to do something with my ship, so I clicked through the pop-up. But yeah, the Japanese destroyer there surrendered, and that's going to give us just shy of $1 million bucks. So I don't know, maybe the destroyers are worth, say, a lot more than the cargo ships. Perhaps surrendering does indeed cost quite a bit, give us quite a bit of cash. Either way, I'm pretty happy with that. And from the looks of it, that did some damage, or that did something to this atoll area. The amount of little ship icons it has went down by 1. I'm not really sure whether or not its supply level was at that before, but anyhow, from the looks of it, we kind of struck a blow to them, and I guess that'll be that. Ooh, yeah, no, those from the looks of it, yeah, these values here, for if this was the value of the amount of like patrols that was sending out, then it's definitely not. So maybe that times 1 ship really is the amount of boats guarding the actual port itself. So I guess that's that. Currently though, let's get these, you know what, like, guess I'm debating, should I return to port to pick up a few more ships and also claim that scrap bounty, or perhaps we should go for these fleets over here. You know what, I think we'll go for these fleets here. I think this battle will start off with, no, actually only up against one of the ships, so this should be quite an easy battle here. And of course, we're just gonna get all of our ships to ball up, close up on the Ekigumo over there. Some turret action going off. And a nice, easy victory there. Let's see what this is. Sir, I have a message from you for you from the Admiralty. You have another virtual medal. Okay, so that'll be that. I'm under the impression, yeah, from the looks of it, it's, either way, whether or not they surrender or not, it looks like it gives you the same amount of cash. That destroyer was also worth just shy of 1 million war bonds. But the good thing is that we have now unlocked quite the nice set of cruisers now. I'm gonna see what else we can do here. Perhaps get rid of a few more of these ships, and hopefully we can just bulldoze through all of these 3 vessels in due order, and hopefully return back to base, pick up our nice new cruiser, and maybe start off one of those port attack missions going from there. I think I'll let the game just do its thing here. That is actually one really effective approach, where we seem to skirmish off with the guns slightly, get the torpedoes off, and that takes it out all by itself. So that's at least good. We're leveling up our captains, so they're getting better. They're getting much more accurate as well. That one was only worth 1.5 million as opposed to the expected 1.2, so maybe there's some sort of exponential type of curve there where it doesn't, you know, fully scale up linearly like that. But anyhow, that's a very, very small thing there. Nonetheless, we're getting quite a lot of cash from these battles, and this one we might have to take direct control of. Let's see. Those torpedoes are definitely gonna miss, or maybe they might be headed to the Gurkha over there, but that's highly unlikely. Wonder if those things actually have a minimum or a maximum range that that actually shows up. I wonder if those things go on forever. They probably don't. I mean, torpedoes, of course, they do run out of fuel and momentum eventually. No, those things are. Oh wow, they're actually going quite far away. I thought they would have just ended at the firing limit the game imposes on. No, those went from the looks of it, I'd say 2.5, or yeah, somewhere right around 2.5 blocks there. And there we go, took out a few more things, and we also gained some sort of odd submersible ship. And this area's supply level is just going further down, so we're definitely making an effect in this area of the world. Right, so I think we'll take a bit of a break, and when we return, we'll pick off, I guess, 2 more of these enemy small fleets, and see what we can do about turning the tides here and picking off a few islands. So, in the meantime, you know, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys back in episode 3.